Where we're going next is to look at what living things are actually made from. And your learning target then for the overarching part of this unit will be to explain the structure of living things starting from the atomic molecular level. We're going to have a lot of sub-targets to that, 2 little pieces that let you take this a bit at a time. Key ideas. What are the chemicals of life made from? They are made from biomolecules, which are made from smaller, simpler repeating units in some precise arrangement. You'll have amino acids, nucleic acids, you'll have sugars, you'll have lipids. Those are the basic, what we call a monomer for those things. All of those, this is the common part of life, all of those contain carbon atoms. And carbon uniquely bonds with other carbon to form chains or rings. We're going to look at some of those in a little bit more detail next. Carbon is unique because it can bond with 1, 2, 3, or 4 other atoms, which is why it can form so many different molecules. Those molecules that it bonds with for living things, those atoms it bonds with for living things, are usually carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus, and sulfur. Carbon, you will remember, has the 4 valence electrons. It has 4 places that it can attach to something else, which lets it form many, many, many very unique compounds, which is why we have such a big diversity of life. Now, remembering your hierarchy of living things, and if you want to stop and get yours out, that might be a good idea. Pause. Okay. Where are we right now? Right now, we have looked at electrons. Electrons were shared between hydrogen and oxygen in water. The bond holding hydrogen to oxygen in water is a covalent bond, and they are what causes polarity as they distribute around the water molecule, and hydrogen bonds that gave water many of its properties. The atomic nucleus is important here because the hydrogen atom is really just a nucleus. It has a proton, a neutron, and an electron. When that electron leaves, then it's or is shared with oxygen, there's really just a proton with a positive charge. Atoms would be the carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus, and sulfur that are common in living things. And the atoms bond together to make molecules such as water. Okay. What we're going to look at next are how all of those molecules bond together to make macromolecules, or big molecules, and then those macromolecules form organelles, which form cells.